Transport in all its forms has liberated and forwarded humanity the world over. Well-designed and safe transport systems empower us to explore the places we live and venture beyond. This enhances our lives and promotes the sharing of knowledge and goods. The ability to travel across vast distances with ease and speed is one of our greatest achievements, and the technology is ever evolving and improving. Transport systems support people to access places of knowledge and learning, workplaces and shops and services, as well as places of leisure and play. We can travel far distances and explore all corners of the earth, which looks ever smaller as our transport systems bring us ever closer together. We can explore our cities day and night. Produce and products are transported all year round, meeting our needs and desires. However, with great power comes great responsibility, and it may be argued that we have not been responsible with the technologies and resources at hand, leading to profound consequences to people, our lived environments, and the planet. We continue to indiscriminately use precious resources and adopt transport systems that undermine efforts to promote health and sustainability. People are rarely at the centre of transport policies, and many lived environments are now hostile places for people to experience, and road infrastructure is predominantly designed and constructed with the needs of motorists in mind. Such transport systems have multiple negative impacts on health and well-being. For example, speed is a major concern globally. Road traffic injuries kill more than 1.2 million people every year. They are the leading cause of death among young people aged between 15 and 29 years, and 90% of global road deaths occur in low- and middle-income countries. It is the most vulnerable of road users, that is pedestrians, cyclists and motorcyclists, that make up half of these fatalities. Many people remain unprotected by legislation that we know saves lives, such as those that aim to change road user behaviour and mandate the use of safe infrastructure and safe vehicles. The Sustainable Development Goals, a set of goals that aim to end poverty, protect the planet and ensure prosperity for all, recognise the need to strengthen road safety globally. While speed is a concern, congestion similarly causes harm. It leads to time and revenue loss, increases in air pollution, and across Europe approximately 2,500 lives could be saved every year if emergency vehicles were not delayed by traffic congestion. Transport is also a major source of air pollution in cities the world over. Air pollution is a risk factor for lung cancer, heart disease and stroke, and the list goes on. Pollutants such as PM2.5, which are not visible in the air, can enter the bloodstream, building up within the body and causing considerable harm. Over 80% of cities exceed World Health Organization guidelines for safe air, and over 92% of people living in cities do not breathe safe air. Noise pollution caused by road transport is unpleasant, distressing, and is harmful to our health. It has been shown to be associated with an increased risk of high blood pressure, heart attack, stroke, diabetes, and mortality. Car journeys are missed opportunities to be active, and this is important as physical activity has been engineered out of many aspects of our lives with profound public health impacts. Importantly, in the majority of cities, transport systems benefit a select few while placing considerable burdens on others. Many advocate for the strengthening of urban transport justice to guide urban transport planning and infrastructure development. But none of this was inevitable. Our future is not written in stone. Understanding key events that shaped the journey thus far will help to choose a better future path. An important example is the history of the car and its rise to a dominant form of transport globally. This story starts in America. Throughout most of urban history, city streets were for everyone. Cars and trucks made their debut into the city scene after Henry Ford established a streamlined mass production process. The automobile industry declared the car to be the path to a grand future. But initially private cars were feared, and they were seen as an invasion and a threat to justice and order, and all levels of society joined together to protect the shared street. People could also see that cars were an inefficient and costly way of moving many people about growing cities. So the industry and motorists sought to frame the messages: freedom through cars and safety through regulation of pedestrians. They sought to influence key stakeholders and policies to shape the future of transport. The allocation of street space became highly contested, and by 1930 there was, as one author describes it, a new street equilibrium based on the supremacy of automobiles. The car was claimed to embody the American identity of freedom, but this freedom was not the ability to move about as one pleased. This was freedom for cars and cars alone. And with time, motorized transport was written into planning codes. Towns and cities were designed for car-dependent transport systems, and pedestrians were confined to the sidewalks and their movements restricted. Similar planning and transport policies were, and continue to be, adopted the world over, and the car and oil industries remain two of the world's largest. But the individual benefits, freedom, and efficiency are now hard to find. Globally, traffic often moves at a snail's pace, with people spending hours in traffic, inactive and exposed to air and noise pollution. All too often, the chosen solution is to build more roads, but these just fill up rapidly. Our health, our cities, and our planet are suffering. We need to choose a different path. Although this might seem like an insurmountable challenge, we can rise to the occasion. We will need to confront considerable power, profit, and vested interests, and we must not allow doubt and delay to hinder progress, factors that have shaped past events with harmful repercussions. We need to ensure that transparency, strong governance, and independent oversight of transport standards surrounds all that we do. Success rests on building and maintaining a common goal and approach. We cannot be divided, but instead united as a global community for transport equity and justice, striving for a global transport policy that everyone contributes to and owns. We need to reflect and have the humility and bravery to let go of old systems and celebrate new ones. This is an opportunity to rethink the way we live and interact with each other and the places we live, and an opportunity to explore and enjoy our streets. Transport systems that prioritise walking, cycling, and public transport that is safe and attractive for all is the way forward, saving private vehicles for leisure and those essential journeys. This will empower us to bring more green spaces, romance, and fun back into our cities, and people of all ability and ages need to be able to explore our streets. The future is in our hands, and we must act. This is a global movement and a chance to have meaningful and positive impacts for people, the places they live, and the planet, and there is momentum the world over. Change is happening, and cities and their citizens and leaders around the world are taking action to change things and create safe, attractive, and accessible transport systems for all its citizens. We must build upon this momentum and continue to break the mold. We all have a role to play and can have meaningful impact. Policymakers and governments the world over can support this agenda, as can local communities and healthcare professionals. And individuals can take to the streets and relish in the opportunity to be active and interact with each other and the world around them. So let's release our true potential. Let's transform our world through transport. People Star.